This is Doofy McButterscotch, and we're back again for more questions. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's see, what do you think of WWE animation? Well, I haven't really delved into their channel yet, but I think it's creative. I mean, doing stop animation with action figures. I mean, that's entertaining. I mean, not a lot of people do that, so there's a lot of interest. So I haven't really checked it out too much, but it's interesting. Let's see. We're getting to the done point here, I think. Somebody wants to know more about the movie book. I'm gonna be right back. And I'm back. Here's the movie book. Yeah, I'll explain a few little things about that. Alright, so I'll take you to a page that we've already been to on here. The first page we visited on here. This one. So I'll explain a few things on here. Like, it's a bit blurry, but on Matthew Broderick you can clearly see, or well, not clearly, but you can see that the one called Godzilla, there's an X right next to it, and that means that I have watched that movie and I never need to watch it again. But a little bit down there you see a movie. It's Addicted to Love, and there's not an X next to it. That means I still need to watch that movie because I can't review it if I haven't watched it. And that's basically that stuff, but there's also a few extra features on here that I haven't explained. Like, there's a circle around the name Marlon Brando followed by the number 45. I'll explain that too. Now, with Marlon Brando, you can see with every single one of his movies, there's an X by it. So I've watched all of his top 10 movies. So that's why I put the circle around it, because I've watched all of his stuff. And I'll put a circle around Matthew Broderick as soon as I watch Addicted to Love. And 45 is basically when I got Marlon Brando done. He's the 45th actor that I have completed. The first was somebody else. I think I completed Jim Carrey. He was the third actor because I watched a shitload of his movies back in the day, so I didn't really need to watch a whole lot more when I got this book. There was like one I hadn't watched. It was like an Ace Ventura movie. Yeah, that's what that is, and there's a few other little numbers on here. Let's see, what do they mean? Oh yeah, there's a number right around here. You probably can't make it out in this video, but in my movie review videos, you can see them a lot more clearly. It's basically a number out of another number. This number is 11 out of 42, which is overall movies. There are 42 Marlon Brando movies, and I've watched 11 of them. So I'm probably never going to complete that list. I mean, watching all the movies of a certain actor sounds like a fate worse than hell, so I'm probably not going to do that because some movies are terrible. And it looks like somebody has come home, so I'm going to have to wrap it up right here. I'll be right back. And we're back from that brief intermission. Anywho, there's one last thing I wanted to point out with this one book, and then we'll be about done with that. So get back to this one area, center it in the right area. Matthew Broderick, there we go. Alright, there's also, you can briefly see maybe a 45 mil And that's the last thing I put on here for almost all of the actors and actresses. I was watching Tosh.0 and he brought up networth.com. I went on there and I looked up all the actors in my book and I put down their net worth according to the site. And I think that's about it for stuff that's in the book. If there's any more questions, feel free to ask me, but I think that's about all of it. Let's see. We got. Have I heard the new song How I Feel? Well, nope. But I'll get right back to you in a second. Oh, well, I just listened to the song How I Feel, and, well, I'll give you my review on it. Well, it's a hip-hop song, like a lot of other hip-hop songs that are out there. It's basically saying how I feel. It sounded a lot like Snoop Dogg to me, but, it had the same little repetitive beat, and it said how I feel like a bazillion different times, but you know what? Lyrics don't really matter for me. What matters to me is if it's got a nice beat, and it did. It did. Yeah, a nice beat to it, so I'll give it a thumbs up. Let's see. What's that? There seems to be a lot of intermissions here, but I thought I saw some arguing, so I had to snoop on them. Anyway, back to the questions. Let's see, here's another good one. If you had to watch the same movie every day the rest of your life, which movie would it be and why? Very good question for a guy who does movie reviews. Well, that's a really, really tough one. It really is. I can't say there's any movie in the universe that I would watch every single day for the rest of my life without going absolutely crazy. I mean, there's no movie out there, but I mean, I watched the movie Hercules way too many times for my own good. The animated Hercules 1997. I watched that a lot of times, so I'd probably have to put a lot more thought into it, but I guess Hercules or any of the really good Disney movies, because I watched that a lot of times and I never really got sick of it as a kid, so maybe as an adult, I mean, it'd probably drive me absolutely crazy after a while. I mean, if I had to watch a video every single day for a week, I would absolutely despise the film. It doesn't matter what it was. If I had to watch it 7 times in a row, I'd absolutely hate myself. But yeah. Son of a bitch, this keeps on fucking up. God damn it. Back again, this crappy webcam always drops out. It's a son of a bitch, I tell you. Anyway, there's another troll that told me that I needed to do this scene from You Shall Not Pass. It's not even a question, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. So, here it is. You shall not pass gas. There you go. Alright. Next question. What was my inspiration to make YouTube videos? Well, my inspiration was, I've been working on that top 10 of film book for a very, very, very long time. I've had it for like 10 years, about, which is crazy. And another thing is, like, of course, the money. Of course, it's going to be a long time before I start making any money off of YouTube, so that's not really an inspiration. And also, another thing is Happy Wheels. I thought that was a really awesome game, so that was another thing that inspired me, because that was a really cool game. But it looks like we're gonna run out of time again, so I'll be back in the next part later.